Hello there, my name is Bobby Waldron and this is Genesis Models, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to bring you the Kinetic C-2A Greyhound 1 in 48 scale, and this is an in-box review. So I'm going to start working my way through all the contents that you get in this kit. The instructions are in English as well as Chinese. Get a little bit of brief history of the actual aircraft on the front. You even get some different kind of colours that you can match up, which is like the Mr. Colour range, the Hobby Colour range, the Malaysia range. And looking through the instructions, looks like we get to have a really nice internal kind of storage area where you've got all different seats, cargo bay, all that kind of stuff. Looking at it, in some ways it doesn't look simple, but it does appear to be quite clear. I'm kind of imagining you're going to have a bit of a fit issue putting our wing on top of our fuselage section. Canopy looks okay. Lots and lots of little tiny pieces that are going to be going on here, lots of aerials and stuff. Landing gear, I mean, actually looks quite complex, which is quite nice because it looks like that could potentially be some nice detail going on there. Moving through, it looks like we've got some nice complex detail as well going on with our flaps and slats and all that kind of stuff. So that looks like that could be quite nice to have all that in different angles and moving parts. It looks like you can have wings folded, wings extended, which is also a nice little feature. Yep, and then we've also got two decal schemes. Okay, we've got the C-2A BU number 162161 VRC30 USS Ronald Reagan 2010, and we've also got C-2A BU number 162166 VAW 120 2009. I think I'm doing the US Ronald Reagan version, which looks like that'll be quite nice. I think this kit was a little bit expensive. I think it was maybe 40 pounds ish, but it does look like you get a lot of plastic for your money, and there seems to be, from the instructions, a lot of moving parts and a lot going, well, not moving parts, but a lot of alterations that you can make. The decals look very nice and glossy. It looks like they've had a bit of pressure applied to them actually in the box, so I think packaging could have been a bit better here. I know that these big grey things, okay, these that make up the pattern on the kit, can be a bit problematic, being so big. But looking at it, it does look nice, crisp. It looks nicely in registry. Maybe they feel a little bit too on the thick side, but we'll have to see how good they are when we actually put them down and decal. They're designed by Cross Delta as well. Oh, hold on, printed by cartographer. So actually, if they're printed by a cartographer, we should have no problems. Now, we do get a lot of plastic. I mean, we're talking all of this, which is a lot of plastic for your money with this one. It's going to be a big one. We're talking a length of 360 millimeters with a wingspan of 513 millimeters, which is basically a whopping 51 centimeters. Okay, so that's going to be pretty big. In fact, I could probably measure out how big. Okay, 51 centimeters. Okay, the wingspan is going to be that, which, whoa, that is pretty big. Okay, This is for a customer as well, this one particular kit, so you're gonna have to find a big box for that. Make sure you've got no pieces in your bags. Okay, put that to one side. Looking at our big fuselage section now, it looks like we've got some nice rivets going on, okay, and some nice recess panel lines. They look consistent-ish. No, actually no. Recessed panel lines you normally find on top, they look good, but when you look at the curvature, this where it comes round at a 90° angle, that you find that molds have a bit of a problem actually getting recessed panel lines down here, and it has got a problem. I mean, they are there, but it's so light you will have to rescribe that, as well as coming round this curvature. It's going to need a bit at the top there as well, and that goes for both pieces. But I mean, it looks like we've got some nice detail going on. Not seeing any major flash, or I think you're gonna, I mean, we've got some ejector pin marks here, which I'm probably going to want to sand out if you go for the open back door, but that doesn't look too bad actually. We got another piece here. Again, we're still looking good. I think we've had a bit of scratching inside the box on this panel, so that might need a bit of a sanding out. But yeah, the detail's looking good. The plastic's looking, shall we say, a nice smooth plastic, a nice crisp, not too thick, not too thin kind of plastic. That looks good. We got our top wing section here, and that detail does look nice. Nice riveting going on there. Okay, that does look very nice, and not seeing any imperfections there. Okay, we've got what looks like potentially elevators and tails and stuff. Again, it's got a nice amount of riveting, a nice amount of recessed panel line work that is mainly, shall we say, quite nicely consistent, just in one or two places. Okay, and we've got some really kind of fine bits we need to make sure we don't snap off by accident on there. But that looks nice. Bunch of little pieces here, bit of landing gear. Looks okay. I wouldn't say it's like the best detailed landing gear. However, our instrument panels here, they do look quite nicely detailed, raised and recessed. I'm sure we could paint them up actually really nice. Okay. We've got a wheel well here which is bland, and a little bit of flash, but doesn't look too bad. Not too bad. We've got our internal cargo bay area here with all our seats and everything, and we've also got our cockpit area up here as well. Detail looks nice, okay, not bad, not brilliant, just nice. But the cargo area is quite a bit of nice detail going on in here actually. You're probably not going to see much inside here, and if you close the back door, you're probably not going to see any of this at all, so there's potentially no point in painting any of this. There are no seat belts on the seats, but it's up to you if you want to go mad and put seat belts on all of these seats. But that does look nice. Not seeing any nasty ejector pin marks in any areas. We've got a sink mark actually in the cockpit just right there where my finger is, but I think the seats are going to cover up that, so I wouldn't worry about that. But actually the moulds are looking actually rather nice with this kit. Okay, how it goes together, how it fits, I don't know. What I will find out, because I will be doing like a final conclusion video to this in the box sort of review, so you get to see it all built, all finally done, and I can tell you what problems have occurred with this. Now a little piece come out of here which is a bit of flash by the looks of it, but throw it back in the box because you never know. This looks like the options for, I'm not sure if that's wheel well, or it's the options to have your wings folded or not. There looks like a bit of flash around these areas, and it does look a bit unneat. Not sure what these two pieces are, but it looks a bit rippled and a little bit nasty and not very neat. Okay, but I'm not sure what these are for. We'll have to see in the conclusion video to see exactly what these are, because they are a bit naff. Moving along, it looks like we've got wheel well doors. They look quite nicely detailed, some nice riveting inside there, lots of little tiny pieces, and they do look quite nice, like your aerials, antennas and all that kind of stuff. We've got a seat here which is potentially a cockpit seat, which is extremely bland. Okay, that could really do with either replacement, extra seats, or even going off and doing some scratch building around that, but not too bad. And it looks like we've got an exact replica of this. Yeah, it's an exact replica of that last sprue. We've got some wings here and flaps, and again, you know, nice riveting, recessed panel line work. Not seeing any sinkage. Looks good. Yep, that looks very nice. And I think we've got another replica part. Yes, another replica there. Okay. And we've got some cockpit area now. Now we've got another cockpit tub here, so maybe the instructions of, can't remember, might have showed you how to say just have the cockpit area, and then there was the cockpit area and the cargo area, so maybe it gives you that option to do that. Bunch of landing gear, looks okay, nothing to jump around about, but nothing to kind of moan about really. And we've got another instrument panel here, which looks like the last instrument panel we saw on a couple of sprues back. So I'm not sure if I'm getting different versions or options going on here, but we can work through that through the instructions. But yeah, detail looks nice. The rivet detail, recessed panel line detail, really nice with this kit, and plastic seems quite nice. You're not going to have any problems with flash, ejector pin marks in the wrong place. It does seem like a nice kit. It seems that nice that actually, if you've got no fit issues with this, it could actually be a really nice one. Okay, we've got some propellers here which look nice. I think we've got little tiny bits of flash to sort out, only very minor, but they look good. Moving along to another bag, and what we got in here. Okay, it looks like some more propellers. Right, we've got some sort of option here, so I think you need to kind of look at references and different versions, but these make up an 8 blade propeller, okay, one either side, or you can have the 4 blade propeller. So Nice little extra options there, which is quite nice, rather than just giving us one option, so that's good. Right, our canopy part, which is always kind of like a bit of a dread for me, because this can always be quite nasty sometimes. Now, quick look at this, and yeah, I mean, we're talking really shiny, nice glassy, kind of nice polished look to this. Okay, already, yeah, that does look very nicely polished. I'm kind of thinking if you could put a little bit of Tamiya polishing compound on this, a quick little polish, and that would be really nice and sorted. Okay, apart from that, that is quite nice. Very nice canopy. So all in all, for about a 30 to 40 pound kit, 1 in 48 scale, a massive kit, a lot of plastic for your money, a lot of options in the instructions. So really, I mean, this is looking like a very nice recommended kit. And I've never done a Kinetic kit before, so this should be a nice build. So really, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build this kit, and then I'm going to do a final conclusion video, and that's going to be up at genesismodels.co.uk. To view the final conclusion video, you will need to be a premium member, which costs about £3.99 per month, and you get loads and loads of hours and hours of video footage of how to model, and final conclusions, tutorials, competitions. You do get quite a lot for your money. So until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, this is Genesis Models. Hope you have a good time modeling, and I'll see you next time.